Test, test. Test, test.
Hello.
Test, test. Test, test. Test, 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 test. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome you to Loring Arena in Framingham, Massachusetts, where it's the number 1 Pope Francis Cardinals facing off against the number 8 Xaverian Hawks. Last time these two teams squared off, it was no bigger of a stage than at TD Garden 2 years ago in 2023. Pope would win 3-2, the final score of that game, and they would take home the state title and ultimately get the last laugh. It's the Xaverian whiteout versus the Pope blackout here. Stands are filled as much as they can be. Both student sections getting at it just before and ahead of the game as we look to give you a very thrilling game, one of the best this weekend. between the number 8 Hawks and the number 1 Pope Francis Cardinals. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, both starting lineups for Xaverian and Pope Francis are now done, and this game is just about to get underway live from Framingham, Mass. At Loring Arena. Xaverian student section already planning their name and trying to get under the skin of Pope Francis. Will it play an impact or will it not? We've seen Xaverian struggle in the first 2 opening rounds, coming off of a 2-1 win in double overtime versus the 24 seed Barnstable. A great job, certainly by the Barnstable goaltender. He did a great job in net. 58 out of 60 saves. You can't ask for much more from him. I believe it was a .966 save percentage that game. And then the first round, we talked about it the entirety of Pope's second and first games. A 4-3 come from behind win in double overtime versus Central Catholic. Xaverian not awake for the beginning of that game, as they would go down 3-0 in the first period and had to claw their way back in double overtime. But just like this, ladies and gentlemen, the Elite 8 game, the 1 versus 8 seed, is underway. Last time we covered an Elite 8 game, it was 43 seconds in. It was Watroba from Zach Buffoni at the Olympia Ice Center, and Pope made it look easy versus Marshfield. They would win 3-2. Xaverian student section already getting into it. Kakoya up ice for Mike McGrath. McGrath trying to take it to the outside. Rips a low shot, easily snared by Bulking. And Xaverian not letting Mike McGrath get anywhere near goaltender Michael Bulking at all. As if this is very well going to be a game of not only who's got more heart, but who wants it more here. As we said, these two teams met at 2023 at TD Garden. Pope would win 3-2, game winner from Josh Ivey. These two teams also met preseason at the Olympia Ice Center, winning 4-2. Richie almost let the puck squeak in there. Goodrow covering his back as the shot trickled just low of the blocker. Thayer up ice for Wolfgang Zinger. Zinger passes it alongside to Dolan. Liam Dolan far side, glove down by Bulking. As Pope already with a 2 and 3 good shots on net so far. And Matty Regan out behind Bulking getting into it with a couple of the Hawks. Wadowitz, Hamlin, Burns the line out now for Pope Francis with Bosque and Goggins on the back half. Xaverian already tossed off the draw. Bosque, pass over to Goggins. Goggins, low wrister, rebound all the way out in front. Bosque picks the rebound up, just sent wide of the net. Burns with a big body in the corner to set the tone for Pope Francis. Bosque recollects the puck down in the Pope D zone. Upside for Wadowitz. Inside for Hamlin. Hamlin trying to push his way through. Goggins looked to give a little push and a shove to Ryan Bello. Bosque trying to lay a body and make something happen. Tossed the middle there by Bello. Wadowitz up ice, sent hard into the boards. Burns picks the puck back up now, streaking through center ice. Here's a pass off for Wadowitz. Almost had the near partial break. Wadowitz deep into the zone. Burns second man on the puck. Trying to get the centering pass out to Troy Hamlin. Chincola picks it up, sent it deep into the zone. Bulking missed the redirection deep into the zone. McGrath picks the puck up, going through center ice. McGrath over the blue line, cuts back, looking for a turn. McGrath sent hard into the boards. Orszak out for McGrath, almost had a one-timer going for him. As Xaverian still playing lockdown defense, they won't let Pope get anywhere near Bulking, as they are letting no opportunities go at all here in the opening period of play. Again, we've seen Pope Francis. They've had good zone time the entirety of this period so far. Chincola can't get the puck. Pressured on by Sam Ounshoot. All the puck center of the middle. Monroe tripped up. Orszak looking far side, trying to find Whit Zinger. Zinger can't handle the puck. McGrath picks it up. Wrist shot blocker down by Bulking. Orszak around the back of the net, trying to get a centering pass out in front from McGrath. Can't get anything there. Xaverian trying to work it back the other way. Heading up ice. Ryan Smith taken down to the ice. Orszak trying to loft a pass over center ice to Mike McGrath. Pope will have to regroup. Chincola, first man on the puck, sends it up to Orszak. Trying to go stretch ice for Liam Dolan. Dolan sends the puck down lead. Pope will get a line change out and get fresh legs onto the ice. Regan almost picked off the centering feed. Wolfgang Zinger trying to pass it back over to Matty Regan. Instead, Zinger will send it deep into the far corner. As we said, though, Elite Eight matchup here. The last time these two teams met was preseason, and we have never seen a regular season matchup between these two teams. The most notable game, as we said, a 3-2 win at the Garden for Pope Francis just 2 years ago. Elite Eight bracket, what it's looking like right now is today it's the big two teams. It's Pope versus Xaverian and St. John's Prep versus Arlington at the Clemsford Forum. And then tomorrow it will be Winchester facing out against St. John's Shrewsbury. Big upsets along that side of the bracket. And Archbishop Williams versus Catholic Memorial, as Thayer absolutely levels a man in the far corner. Regan trying to lay the body in along the close side wall. Puck sent down deep into the Pope D zone. Goodrow will pick it back up. Looking up ice. Finds Liam Dolan. Dolan stretch pass for Nick Burns. Burns had the opening goal of the Braintree game. And, man, was it no electric than that. Burns, top of the circle. A laser of a shot would go top shelf for Pope's first goal of the game. And that would propel them to a 5-0 win versus Braintree. Xaverian trying to come back the other way. Can't get a shot off as they send that one just wide. Puck gloved down by LaRose. Ritchie all the way behind the net to play it. Bosquet, body behind his own net. Goggins trying to get a big step up. Puck sent in on Ritchie, who almost snuck 5-hole on him. Xaverian trying to get something going up ice, but can't get anything. Pope trying to just break it out of their own D zone. Goggins. Cross ice pass for Bosquet. Bosquet chip pass. Try to get Kokoya. Steady finds Troy Hamlin. First man into the Pope O zone. For Orszlak, high slot. Orszlak takes a big body at the center of the ice as he gets cleaned out. Chincola. Ritchie. Behind the net for Monroe. Xaverian first onto the puck, though. Pope had a good pressure going the first 3 minutes, but ever since then, it's been all Xaverian center ice hits deep into the Pope zone. Xaverian set to pick it up, try to get the centering pass out for DeRose. Instead, Orszlak will come out with it. Still can't get the centering feed out. Chincola sends it boards and wide. As Morrow will pick it up. Up ice for LaRose. Chincola, turnaround shot, though, fired by, I believe it was Matt Dion. So Xaverian back the other way with a couple of close and good opportunities. Face off one back by Pope. Trying to get some going out of their own way. McGrath toe drag this way and that, trying to make a move. Get deep into the Xaverian zone, but it wouldn't go for him. Xaverian trying to just sky it out, and that puck is sent high and up out of play. Bello wins it back for the Hawks. Sewell sends it up ice. Dolan with the tip-in on Bulking, as he is quick to cover up. Xaverian up ice. Von Haffel trying to cut to the middle of the net. Pass off for Bello as cutting to the middle of the net was Gentile. But he couldn't get anything going there as Ritchie will cover up. So both teams back and forth with some good opportunities. Pope has definitely had one of the more dominating sides of this bracket. 8-1 win versus Wellesley and a 5-0 win versus Braintree. Xaverian with a little bit more of a scare. That shot turnaround by Kramer sent just high and wide over Ritchie. Zinger trying to flip it out of the zone. Dolan picks it up. He'll go to the sideboards. On defenseman McGrath taking hard down to the ice. Dolan trying to fire a short side high shot. Chincola trying to keep the puck in. Xaverian trying to work it up ice now. Kramer, big reverse hit there in front of the Pope bench as Monroe went down hard. Regan chips it deep into the Xaverian zone. Chincola gets it red line and deep so Pope can get fresh legs onto the ice. Sewell, Monroe now with it. Trying to go this way and that, flipping it into the far corner of the Xaverian zone. Burns first man on puck, trying to lay a body. Wadowitz there to help him support. Up pass for Goggins. Goggins low shot blocked by Kokoya. Kokoya trying to backhand a pass onto the net. Burns. First person on. Wadowitz taken down. Goggins low shot. Sent high and glove down. Burns couldn't get the rebound there as Bulking snares that one from a far side. Face off one forward. Golslack for the Hawks now. Going far side on Mason Thayer. Centering feed trying to find Duggan. Couldn't find him there as Whitzinger will pick it up. Golslack first on the back check though. Good job by him. Puck trying to get high skied and out. Goggins will take it in. On the far side trying to find McGrath centering front. Orszlak can't pick the rebound up. Set up along the net. Johnson on the back half for Xaverian. Lead pass off for Gentile. Gentile's far side shot. Patted down by Richie. McGrath trying to come back the other way. Mike McGrath trying to cut to the middle of the ice. Can't find any room for him there. Back pass off for Chinkola. Chinkola pass to Johnson for Xaverian. Golslack trying to chip it into the zone. Bello, first man on. As Chinkola will chip that puck into the protective netting. One-timer there by Bello. Deflected, I believe it was Monroe that could have blocked that. Monroe behind his own net. Chinkola, first man onto the puck, trying to barrel through the hit there. Dolan taken down to the ice. Pope Francis looking for a penalty. Zinger trying to dangle this way and that around defenseman Johnson, but can't find anything. Puck glove down by Dolan. Hand pass, though, at the Pope blue line as Zinger picks it up. So I believe this faceoff is headed all the way down to the D zone. Faceoff won by Xaverian. Goodrow picks it up. Centering pass up for Matty Regan. Deep into the zone, Zinger. Trying to get the pass all the way around to Liam Dolan. Couldn't find him there, though. As Regan with a good back check, pressuring on Clemford. Xaverian centering pass out in front as it was Pingham who tried to bury it home. Comfort. Trying to get something going. Zinger trying to barrel through. Thayer can't handle the pass. Sent back into the close side D zone. Glove down, though, by Givermalt. Liam Dolan heading up ice. Matty Regan cutting the middle. Pass picked off, though, as Regan taken hard into the boards. Xaverian trying to get something going up ice. Clemford in a foot race with Bosquet. Clemford trying to fire a sword angle shot. First person on, Pingham with a rebound. But Richie would cover up just in time, as with 5:32 remaining, it's been all Xaverian since the first 5 minutes of the game. I mean, we saw Pope Francis. It was good ozone time, getting shots on goal. But ever since then, Xaverian has controlled this game as far as defensive breakouts, offensive pressure, everything so far. Wadowitz lost the puck in his feet. Clemsford will send it deep into the Pope D zone. LaRose, first man on the puck, buries Monroe deep into the zone. Nick Burns looking far side for Quinn Wadowitz. Instead of lay one in on Bulking, as it was called offsides. Monroe behind the net now, pressured on by senior captain Golslack. Whitzinger trying to glove the puck out of midair. Patch on the defensive side for Xaverian coming through. Shot sent well wide of the net of Richie. Orzlak skies this one far side, looking to get to Whit Zinger. Can't find him there, though. As working up nice now, Xaverian trying to get a one-timer off there. Was Gozlak again. Shot just sailed wide of the Pope net. Xaverian all the way out to get the puck now. Patch will regroup for the Hawks. Patch trying to get a deflection off ice for Morse. Mike McGrath up ice with a burst of speed, trying to give the drop pass off for Liam Dolan. Fakes it, short side shot. Went off the protective netting of the apron. Close side. Thayer misjudged the puck, and Morse in all alone. Could he have a possible breakaway? Goodrow takes him down. Will this be a penalty shot is the question. No, it will not be. But Goodrow is headed to the box for 2 minutes. Hawks will head to the power play. As Goodrow is headed off for 2 minutes. I believe the official did signal hooking. But it was Morse who almost had a clean breakaway in a foot race. So with 4:06, Pope will head to the penalty kill. Wolfgang Zinger, Mason Thayer, Matty Regan, and Max Monroe, the line out now for the Cardinals. Patch, DD pass to Johnson. Back for pass. Pass is going to get a one-timer off. Said he sends it back down low for Von Haff. One-timer shot there by Kramer. Scramble for at the net. As Richie is being absolutely stellar in net so far for the Cardinals. Making the big-time stops here when they most need it. As with 1:41 left in the power play for Xaverian, there's a couple of good opportunities. It was Patch and Johnson on the back half trying to get something going. Morse up top along the point. Pass cycle down low for Duggan. Gozak up top for McGrath. McGrath one-timer off over for Morse. Shot blocked there by Quinn Wadowitz. Captain Glazak up to the top of the point, back for Morse. As his shot deflected just wide of the net. Morse now for the Hawks. Trying to look and fire a shot off. Said he finds Glozlak. Glozlak, top of the circle, fires the point. Rebound, it's loose. They can't pick it up. Quinn Wadowitz and Mike McGrath, first man on. Looking to kill some of the penalty here as he'll take it behind the Hawks' nest. Trying to go for a wraparound. Couldn't find anything there. Under a minute left on the power play for Xaverian. Streaking through center ice, Gozlak. Dish the pass off from McGrath up top. Back down low for Gozlak. Up top on the point for McGrath. Back for Morse. Morse looking to make something happen. Finds McGrath. Lodison shot. Fired on net. It was Billow picking up the rebound. Regan tried to sky it out. McGrath picks it back up for Morse. Morse trying to force the pass. Far side for Gozlak. Man, Matty Regan and McGrath are off to the races. Regan first on the puck. Takes down McGrath. But heading back up ice is Morse. As down on the ice, McGrath. Pass over for Kramer, who can't fire a shot. Matty Regan off to the race. McGrath without a stick. Regan looking to make something happen. Bodied in the middle of the ice. Wadowitz, second man to pick up the puck, trying to send something down low. Thayer regroups with it. Can't dish the puck deep into the zone. Bello picks up and dumps it deep. Richie behind the net to play it. Leaves off for Van Hoff. Kramer, first one to pick it up. Shot skied all the way deep into the zone, and this puck almost went on net for Bulking. But a good penalty kill by Pope Francis here with just under 2 minutes remaining in the first period. As McGrath and Regan putting in the work on the penalty kill here at Loring Arena. Score for those of you just tuning in, 0-0. It's been back and forth between these two teams. A top 10 matchup. Xaverian with a little bit of a shaky start for the first two rounds. Burns fires a low shot, easily gobbled up by Bulking. Troy Hamlin set to take the draw. Kokoya and Burns, his wingers. Thayer and Goggins on the back half. Goggins sends it down low for Mateo Kokoya. Burns are going to get a one-timer off. Kramer up ice, leaves the pass up for Gentile. Hamlin trying to streak through center ice. Troy Hamlin trying to fire a low shot. Blocked there, though, by Johnson. Goggins first man on the dodge the hit by Johnson. Working up ice, back for Gentile. Gentile back for Johnson. Back for Patch. Patch leaving a drop pass for Johnson. Xaverian trying to get something going here. As Van Horf all the way on a breakaway tried to fire that shot short side high, but couldn't find anything there as it was sent just wide of the net. 1 minute in regulation left in the first period rather. Not the third period yet. Still a long night ahead of us between these two top 10 teams. Morse trying to pick the puck up, sent back in the zone by Bello. Xaverian will regroup out of their own zone. McGrath deep into the zone for Sewell. Sewell sends that down low. Monroe picks it up, trying to get a pass up ice for Whit Zinger. Zinger leaves the drop pass off for Mike McGrath. McGrath with a burst of speed up ice, trying to go between his legs. Can't find anything, trying to get to the middle of the net. Orslak finds Monroe high slot. That puck deflected into the protective netting as Pope with a good couple of quality opportunities with 26.2 remaining on the clock. Draw one forward, but it was picked off by Xaverian as they sent it back into their own zone. Zinger, the puck now along the close side wall, trying to find Regan short side. Morse will head up ice for Xaverian. 15 seconds left. Morse trying to get something happening. Blows a tire at the Pope blue line. Monroe, 10 seconds left in the period. Got to make something happen quick. As Zinger trying to pick it up. 4 seconds left on the clock. Fans on the shot. Regan trying to fire a whip around shot. Can't find anything there as Johnson will sky this one out of the zone. And a good period between both teams. 0-0 the score as it was back and forth. Pope the first 5 minutes, but it was Xaverian for the last 7. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have the Cardinal first period intermission. We'll break down what we saw and what we hope to see in the Cardinal first intermission report here with Don Percy, the voice of the Cardinals. It was a back and forth period between the Hawks and the Cardinals, but ladies and gentlemen, we are at a stalemate of 0-0 apiece. Pope Francis coming out strong the first 5 minutes. It was all Pope, McGrath, and Burns early on laying the shots on goaltender Michael Bolking, but Xaverian would answer back. As the last 7 minutes of play, it would be all Xaverian and Pope with no response at all whatsoever. So as we said before, both teams tied here 0-0. Those of you just tuning in now, as we said before, back and forth. Xaverian with a little bit of a struggle in their first two opening rounds. A 4-3 come from behind win versus Central Catholic, and a 2-1 double overtime win versus Barnstable. Pope, on the other hand, with two major blowout wins, an 8-1 victory versus the Wellesley Raiders, and a 5-0 win versus the Braintree Womps. As they look to go punch their ticket to the Frozen Four here, at hopes of going back to UMass Lowell and hopefully the Garden. We're still at a 0-0 game here. Both teams playing incredibly well. Nick Ritchie, absolutely stellar in net, as well as Michael Bolking on the back half for Xaverian. Both goaltenders have been absolutely solid. One penalty during the period would come from Mason Gautreau. It would be a hooking call. Xaverian, the power play would not. Sent back deep. Wolfgang Zinger picks up the puck around the back of the net, trying to center the feet out in front for Whitzinger. Whitzinger trying to make something happen down low behind the Xaverian nets. Pope some good ozone time here. Whitzinger still with the puck into the far corner. Puck glove down by Mason Thayer. Bounce off a stanchion, though, or rather bounce off the official. Gautreau trying to step up there as he was reverse hit by Morris. Inside shot by Liam Dolan trying to pick the rebound out. Regan with a one-timer. Nothing would go for him as Bolkin shut the door. One-timer again by Gautreau, deflected into the corner. 3 straight shots by Pope Francis And Bulkin stellar in net. Regan trying to dance this way in that cross check from behind. Officials not giving a call at all. Mason Thayer first onto the puck, bodied into the corner by Kramer. Wolfgang Zinger up ice for Liam Dolan. Dolan trying to find Zinger, can't find him far side. Regan on the back half for Gautreau. Gautreau trying to get a pass off. Instead, he'll send it deep into the Xaverian zone. First man on the puck, Boole trying to get it out of the zone for Xaverian. Hawks trying to come back the other way. Regan deep into the zone. Nick Burns with a burst of speed looking to lay out Morse as he does into the corner. Joe Orszlak again with the steal away. Top of the circle, glove side shot, glove down, but not picked up by Bulking. We do understand a couple of technical difficulties, pausing in and out. We'll do our best to give you what we have. If worst case comes scenario, we will record. Wolfgang Zinger trying to get something going deep into the zone. Liam Dolan sends a puck deep. Xaverian trying to chip it out of the zone. Johnson as first man out of the puck. It's Morse trying to make something happen far side. Fires a shot off into the middle. Pass up. Monroe gloves that one out to the side as Mosher trying to fire a shot off. Centering pass out in front. I believe it was Bello. Good stop, though, by Ritchie as he still remains a brick wall in net. Max Monroe in front of his own net. Dangerous play there. Wolfgang Zinger. Saucer pass up ice for Liam Dolan, who takes a big hip check along the boards. Matty Regan gets the up to Mason Thayer. Thayer trying to send it down low for Liam Dolan. Nothing would happen for him, though. Pass cross ice send for Van Hoff. Can't pick it up there. Gautreau trying to wheel it down low. Van Hoff trying to pick the puck back up. Center it for Gentile. Instead, Matty Regan will come up ice trying to cut to the middle. Nothing would go for him there, though. Gentile trying to cut to the center of the ice. Regan again. 3-on-2. The Cardinals come down ice. Regan for Wadowitz. Wadowitz drop pass for Regan trying to fire a shot. That was blocked off by Mosher. Fourth line out now for the Hawks. Clemsford can't get the pass up. Bosquet will send it deep in for Bulking. Bulking gloves that one down and leaves the pass off for Doherty. Doherty stretch pass up ice. Bosquet picks it off. Mosher. Orszlak trying to chip it deep into the zone. Can't find anything there as Goggins is in a foot race now with Monahan. Puck's in the close side corner. Jack Goggins picks the puck up, looking up ice, trying to get an indirect pass off for Joe Orszlak. Xaverian, though, good with their offensive zone pressure. Bosquet will flip it out to center ice. Braden Bosquet again trying to make something happen. Cut to the middle of the ice. Puck stolen away, though, by Givermont, trying to fire a shot off. Ritchie, though, stonewall and net again. And a little extracurricular from both the 24s, Comfort and Bosquet in front of Ritchie. Johnson sends it deep into the Pope zone. Max Monroe picks it up. It's a little shake and bake this way and that. Leaves it off up ice for Joe Orszlak. Orszlak up for McGrath. Far side. Trying to dance his way into the zone, but instead he's met by a wall of Xaverian players. Puck all the way out to the middle. Monroe trying to get a shot off. McGrath trying to get the rebound. But instead he was met with Patch in front of the net. Face-off scramble for Regan, lost it in his feet. Monroe trying to get a step up there. He hesitated. Though it'll be picked up by Doherty. Doherty trying to work his way into the zone, or excuse me, rather LaRose. Wolfgang Zinger picks up the puck. One back. Chincola, backhand pass up ice for Liam Dolan. Dolan skies this one out of the zone. Glove down by McGrath. Max Monroe trying to lay the body on the close side of the wall. Monroe this way and that, dancing his way in the Pope D zone as he heads up ice, looking for a far side pass for Matty Regan. Regan trying to dangle his way inside, only to be met by Sewell in front of the Xaverian net. McGrath trying to pull off a Michigan there. Thayer backhand pass, trying to take it around the net, and finally Liam Dolan pucks in all the way out down the ice, and this could go for icing. Yes, just shy of the net of Nick Ritchie. Hawks win it back deep into their own zone. Whitzinger, first man on the puck, trying to get help there was Joe Orslak. Mike McGrath around the back of that, trying to stuff a wraparound home. Couldn't find anything there for him. Xaverian trying to work it up ice. Van Hoff sends it deep into the zone off a stanchion. As Pope tried to chip that one out of the zone. But we still stand at 0-0 apiece here, ladies and gentlemen, with 6:25 remaining in the second period. Back and forth action. We do apologize if there's any technical difficulties. We will have this game posted on Pope Prep by tomorrow morning at the latest. McGrath wins the faceoff forward. Patch picks the puck up and out for the Hawks senior captain. Trying to get something going in the zone. Fires a far side shot off. Picked back up by Van Hoff, who fires a close side angle shot off. Orslak trying to work up ice with a burst of speed. Mike McGrath cut back, trying to leave the pass for Mason Thayer. McGrath saucer pass inside for Joe Orslak, as Orslak sends that one deeper into the Xaverian zone. Jack Goggins trying to work it between his legs. Just gets up to Quinn Wadowitz. Mike McGrath, far side of the ice. Trying to get something going for Quinn Wadowitz. Can't find him there along the far side of the board. Taking Howard down to the ice was Nick Burns. Patch up ice. Wadowitz broke up the play, though, as Mike McGrath trying to get a pass deep into the zone. Xaverian is trying to get something going, get there some pressure out of their own D zone here. As it's been all Pope Francis the entirety, if not majority, of this second period. Xaverian a little bit on the quiet end as they controlled the second half of the first period, but not much of a response here. Pinkham trying to send it deep into the zone. Monroe with Comfort on his back half. The forechecker. Dolan, close side of the wall. Hamlin lays a big body along the close side. Saucer pass up for Nick Burns. Burns gloves it in on Michael Bulking. Dolan set to take the face-off. One back by up top for Monroe. Zinger, one-timer, Regan in the feet. Liam Dolan trying to fire a shot off. It's a scramble for it in front of the net. Wolfgang Zinger trying to cut to the center of the ice. Instead, he's met by Gozlak. Gozlak up ice. Morse trying to make something happen. Matty Regan coming back the other way. Matty Regan between his legs trying to get something going. Can't find anyone as a trailer behind him. Gozlak working his way up, trying to burst by Mason Goodrow, drive to the net. Richie Steller in net, though, as he extended the far right pad. Wolfgang Zinger, pass up ice for Matty Regan, trying to leave the drop pass off. Can't find anything there for him, though, as Xaverian comes up back up the ice. Duggan on the far side, sent just high and wide over the net. Morse keeping it into the zone. Duggan back for it deep in the Pope zone. Goodrow up ice, trying to leave it off for McGrath. Bad out of the air by Goodrow again. Regan sails this one high and wide. Pope Francis will get a line change out, and they got to be careful here. Streaking down center ice. Kramer trying to fire a shot, but he fans on it as Mike McGrath coming back the other way. 3-on-2. McGrath between his legs gets into the far corner as Zinger trying to help him out, but nothing would go there for them. As this puck is sent all the way down ice. Their low shot sent just wide of the boards. Joe Orslak trying to center the feet out in front for Mike McGrath as he sends a player down to the ice. They battle for it along the far side boards. Goggins back for Thayer. Thayer's low wrister sent on net. Good, or it's Wadowitz that picks the rebound up. And Pope has the first goal of the game with 3:02 left in the second period. It's Quinn Wadowitz, the transfer from Longmeadow, into the Pope student section as he gets the students fired up here at Loring Ice Arena in Framingham, Mass. So Pope out early as they draw first blood. 3:02 left in the second. Troy Hamlin looking to get a double going as this shot scaled just high and up. It was a shot from the point by Mason Thayer and Quinn Wadowitz bearing the rebound. Burns with a double Dion hit right in front of the Pope bench. Hamlin trying to fire a shot off. Mateo Kokoya trying to get something going inside the zone for Pope. Burns first man on as he lays the body. Max Monroe shifting this way and that. Up center ice. Leaves the pass off for Troy Hamlin, who sends it into the far corner. But Pope draws first blood here. Late into the second period. We've seen the Hawks come back from down 3 goals. The question here, though, is that it's been all Pope, and Pope cannot give up here. Not in the second, not in the third period, if they want to come out with a victory here. As the winner of this game will be set to play the winner of the Archbishop Williams Catholic Memorial game. That game at the Frozen Four will more than likely be set at UMass Lowell. So we'll be on the road again Saturday or Sunday. Monroe firing a back foot snapshot off as the puck is sent all the way out into the Pope D zone. Mason Thayer set to regroup with it. Wolfgang Zinger trying to handle the pass up ice. Can't find anything for him. Van Hoff trying to pick the pass up. Wolfgang Zinger takes it up over enemy territory. Zinger trying to get something going for Pope. Xaverian coming back the other way. It's Van Hoff and Kramer with McGrath, I believe, on the backhand, or it was Gentile, rather. But a good defensive stop by Mason Thayer as they'll head off ice for a line change. Regan one-time wrister picked up by Bulking with 1:21 remaining in the second period. It's been back and forth here between these two teams. Pope wanting it more here this second period. The question is, though, as we saw with boys basketball last night, do they have enough in the end? Boys basketball, for those of you that tuned in, had a 10-point lead. They would, unfortunately, it would be 70-68. They would find themselves down 2 points to force overtime, but they would come out victorious against the Burncoat Patriots, 86 to, I believe it was 78, the final score. Pass up ice for Goodrow. Goodrow, cross ice for Goggins. High shot off the crossbar. Bulking didn't even see it coming. And I think that could have been Pope's second goal of the game. Up ice, Morse trying to center the feed off for Gorzlak. Officials not giving them a call at all. Puck sent down deep low, glove down on the ice. And Pope early on, as they are giving Xaverian no chances in front of Nick Ritchie, who still remains flawless in net. Maddie Regan's hit to take the draw. Face off one back, deflected on net. I believe it went off of Mateo Kokowia's skate and it almost was an own goal. But Ritchie once again square to the puck, as he does not want this to be his last game in net at all. 56.8 remaining on the clock, the final minute of regulation in the second period. Face off one, Geslak, up top for Johnson. Johnson fires a shot, blocker to the side by Ritchie, and sent to the far side wall. Chincola, pass up. It was Morse trying to glove it out of midair. Morse again, centering the pass, can't find anyone there. Chincola trying to work it up ice, and here goes Mike McGrath and Joe Orsolak. 2-on-1, can't force the pass was Mike McGrath as he looked far side for Orsolak. He may have, or rather we thought it was going to be a penalty, but the net is off its pegs with 30.4 remaining in the second period. Liam Dolan set at the face-off into the Popo zone. Dolan wins it back outside the zone, though. 25 seconds left on the clock. Monroe, D-to-D pass for Chincola. Up ice for Wolfgang Zinger. As that puck is sent deep into the zone, and it will go for icing with 18.3 left on the clock. Face-off one back by Maddie Regan. Monroe, first person in the corner. Wolfgang Zinger trying to get something going up ice. Regan pressured hard, though, on. Final 10 seconds trying to dance his way inside the zone. Puck picked off by Dolan. Regan takes a whack at it. Chincola up ice. Dolan have to fire a shot off. And said no way Dolan was going to shoot off as he thought better. And so we head to the second intermission. Up 1-0 for the Cardinals. Will Pope hold this lead, or will it be Xaverian coming back like they have in the first round of the MIAA state game? Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up, we'll have the second intermission report. We'll break down what we saw the first two periods and what we hope to see in the final period of regulation. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, live on Pope Prep. Second period intermission report. Don Percy here, the voice of the Cardinals, as we are at a 1-0 game here. It was Quinn Wadowitz from the shot by Mason Thayer at the top of the point. And just like that, the Cardinals draw first blood here. Just about halfway through, done with the ice, and halfway through the second intermission here. As on the far side of the bracket, it's the number 2 St. John's Prep Eagles versus the number 7 Arlington Spy Ponders. We saw Arlington and Pope go head-to-head. It would be a close 2-1 matchup, and St. John's would play Pope in the Peter Freights tournament, a tournament meaning so much to them, but a 4-1 win would result in favor of Pope Francis, as Arlington currently leads 1-0 at the end of the second. On the other side of the bracket from St. John's, or rather from Clemson Forum, as the number 7 Spy Ponders look to upset the number 2 Eagles here, as we very well could see a possible upset, more upsets than we saw on the bracket. As we saw down the lower half of the bracket, it was BC High, one of the big names in Mass high school hockey, falling to the number 12 Archbishop Williams by a final score of 1-0. Archbishop set to play Catholic Memorial at this rink tomorrow at 7:30 in Framingham. No, ladies and gentlemen, we will not be recording that. Not a Pope Francis game, but certainly we'll look for a very good opponent if we come out of this game with a victory. So 5:20 remaining in the second intermission report. Pope's done well. They controlled the majority of that second period, offensively and defensively, getting shots in on Bolkin. Nick Ritchie, stellar in net. Xaverian, their goal, if they get it, it's going to come from an odd bounce. They've done well getting shots on net, but Pope Francis has just shut them down. Nick Ritchie still as firm as can be in net, as the score is 1-0 here with just about under 5 minutes remaining in the second intermission. So coming up, ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, it's the beginning of the third period, what could very well be the final period of regulation in this Elite 8 matchup. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions Play here live on Pope Prep. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The third period of regulation just about to get ready and underway here. Live from Loring Rink in Framingham, Mass. Pope making the trip an hour and 10 minutes just about. Xaverian back the other way, about an hour ride for them as well. Student section ready to go for Xaverian and Pope as they've been going back and forth at it all night. And we'll find out right now who's wanted it more. Will it be the number 8 Hawks coming back as they did in the opening round versus Central Catholic, or will it be number 1 prevailing and heading to the Frozen Four? Opening face-off just about to get underway here, ladies and gentlemen. McGrath, Whitzinger, and Joe Orslak the line out for Pope Francis. Monroe and Shinkola on the back half. And for Xaverian, the first line. Gozlak, Duggan, and Morris as the third and possibly the final period of regulation is underway live here from Loring Arena in Framingham, Massachusetts. Puck sent out of play by Max Monroe right off the bat, 6 seconds into the third period. Those of you just tuning in, Pope had the 1-0 lead. Wadowitz drew first blood. The shot from the point came from Thayer. Bolking tried to glove it down, but he would be not too quick enough. Monroe broke his stick, and he would have to kick it out to the blue line. We were all wondering why he dropped his stick, but it turns out it was broken on the lower portion of the shaft. Mike McGrath heading up ice, trying to find Whitzinger far side. McGrath dingling inside the zone, almost had a highlight reel goal as he looked to get something going for Pope early on in the third period. Gozlak trying to head up ice. Whitzinger on the back half trying to give it off for Mike McGrath. Instead, he finds the Xaverian defense, Johnson and Patch. Patch with a streak of, or rather with a burst of speed up ice. Patch low shot, easily squared up by Nick Ritchie. Regan against Gentile at the faceoff. Scramble for in the far corner. Jack Goggins getting the pass up for Wolfgang Zinger. Leading it off, trying to find Liam Dolan far side. Dolan trying to work his way inside. Instead, it's poke checked away and sent into the far corner. Bodied off the puck there, heading back up ice. Kramer through the middle of the ice, trying to get something going for Xaverian. Toe drag release, sent high and wide. Bounce off the back glass right in front of Nick Ritchie. Pope good to clear it out right away, though. Wolfgang Zinger trying to barrel through. Mason Thayer looking up ice, finds Liam Dolan. Dolan on the back half as he was taken down hard in front of the Pope bench. Sewell up ice trying to find Johnson. Monroe picks it up. Cross ice for Troy Hamlin. Hamlin, back pass off for Nick Burns. Burns' shot went off the far shoulder of Bolking. Good throw, indirect pass sent into the Xaverian bench. Hamlin, Wadowitz, and Burns, the line that got it all starting for Pope Francis late in the second period. As Quinn Wadowitz with a 1-0 the lead so far, as he has the difference maker here. As it was stick down at the ice, and Wadowitz arguing that it was not a hand pass, the official arguing that he saw something. Meanwhile, Burns off to the far side, getting into it with Bello, and Burns maybe headed off the ice. As we thought it was going to be a penalty for unsportsmanlike from Burns, the official ruling that instead it will be a defensive zone faceoff for Pope Francis. Mike McGrath centered out Mason Thayer. Trying to get the pass off for Joey Chincola. Orzalak trying to aerial the pass out. Chincola lost in his feet, centering the pass there. Van Horf can't fire a shot off. Pass trying to keep it in. Bello deep in the zone. Van Hoff will dump it deep. However, though, down along the Pope bench is one of the officiating staff crewmen. As this faceoff comes to center ice. Second line out for Pope Francis. Regan, Zinger, and Dolan. McGrath on the back half for the Hawks. Dolan trying to get something going in ice. Instead, 2-on-1. Regan and Monroe. Regan's far side shot. He scores into the Xaverian student section as he doubles down for Pope. As Matty Regan, with the second goal of the game, gets the student section fired up here at Loring Arena in Framingham, Mass. It was a laser of a shot at the hash mark from Matty Regan. And it beat Michael Bolking clean far side on the glove. So with 12:27, Pope back up 2-0. As a student section giving it to Xaverian. Wolfgang Zinger, stretch pass, Dolan fires a low shot. Picked up back by Zinger. Monroe trying to fire a shot, blocked off again by Xaverian. Hawks trying to come back the other way. Kramer, up ice, shot blocked by Joey Chincola. Back half on, it was Kramer trying to find the back of the net. Couldn't find anything there. Monroe takes a man down to the ice. Stretch pass up ice. Wolfgang Zinger trying to find Regan close side, but instead he finds a Xaverian defenseman. Streaking through the middle of the ice was Johnson, who fired a short angle shot off. And here goes Troy Hamlin. 1-on-1 against Doherty, trying to toe drag his way to the middle. Instead, it's broken up. Jack Goggins along the blue line leaves the pass for Nick Burns. Nick Burns' shot sent high and wide over the net. So I believe that was deflected off of Mosher for Xaverian. Puck kept into the zone. Jack Goggins and Bello along the close blue line having a little extracurricular talk. Face-off won back by Xaverian. Bello almost sent into the protective netting. Monroe set to pick it up as he's sent hard down to the ice by Van Hoff. Monroe back up. A little step back as he looks to get something going for Pope Francis. Monroe up ice. Joe Orzalak. Orzalak bodied hard into the close side boards. Stretch pass up ice for Van Hoff. Van Hoff on a partial breakaway. Backhander. Stonewalled again by Nick Ritchie. But we have a penalty coming up on Pope Francis, as I believe it could be Max Monroe headed off for 2 minutes for, I believe it was hooking that the official signaled. So a good chance for Xaverian to cut the lead in half, as this will be their second opportunity going on the power play, as Monroe is headed off the ice. So Max Monroe off for 2 minutes. Regan Chincola, Wolfgang Zinger, and Mason Thayer, the penalty-killing line out for Pope Francis. Thayer trying to wheel it up. Instead, he finds the point of Xaverian. Up ice, Morse trying to get something going down low, deep. Thayer sends it deep into the Xaverian zone. Trying to kill some of this Pope Francis penalty kill. The Xaverian power play has proven useless up to this point. Pope had a good penalty kill throughout the first period. Xaverian trying to get something going. Morse trying to fire a high side shot off. And Matty Regan off in the races with McGrath. Backhanded pass. Morse deep into the Xaverian zone. Regan looking to get off the ice, get a fresh legs onto the ice. Morse streaking through center ice, trying to make something happen. Instead, he's sent into the far corner by Mason Thayer. Cross ice pass. Gorse fires a shot. Rebound all the way out in the middle. It's a miscommunication. And here goes Mike McGrath. The captain senior shorthanded. Stonewalled by Bulking on the penalty kill. Up ice is Gozlak trying to get something going for Xaverian. As it's sent deep into the zone, and it will go for icing. Pope Francis up 2-0 over the Hawks. 9:23 left in the third period. Face off one of the feet of Matty Regan. Xaverian looking to get it out. Last time we said these two teams met, those of you just tuning in, preseason matchup at the MIAA Center, 4-2 the final score, but none bigger than the state tournament at TD Garden in 2023, where Pope Francis would claim their first state title, looking to go back to the Garden for the second time in 3 years. Xaverian trying to get some off ozone time. Van Hoff can't get the pass off over. I believe it was for Patch. Matty Regan working his way up ice. McGrath with the poke check deep into the Xaverian zone. He sent hard. Regan trying to fire a one-timer off. Instead, it's sent into the far side boards. Pope back to full strength. Along the far side wall. Kramer trying to get something going down low. Center of the pass. Instead, he's met by Mike McGrath. Orszlak trying to sky this one out of the zone. Picked up, though. Wadowitz trying to get something going. Mason Goodrow along the far side, trying to get Orszlak for a spring of a shot. Xaverian trying to go back the other way. Goggins slap shots it into the zone. With 8 minutes remaining in the third period. Xaverian coming back up ice. Clemford deep into the zone. Goggins pressured on hard. On the top of the point now, shot snared down by Ritchie as he covers up. And Xaverian clear out of the net as they are met by Pope Francis. As behind the net, once again, it's Jack Goggins and Pinkham trying to start something with 8 minutes left in the third period. Monroe trying to dance through center ice. As Hill taking himself on the far side boards, chipping into the Xaverian zone. Sewell picks it up, gets it up boards, long pass for Pinkham. Regan with the back check as he steals it away from Pinkham. Xaverian trying to dance into the zone. They can't get anything going for them. Fourth line out now for the Hawks. Chincola up ice for Wolfgang Zinger. Zinger, far side for Dolan. Low shot. I believe it was Berkeley who thought he had it in the glove, and Zinger and Givermont off to the far side, trying to start something as usual along the far side. As we said, bad blood between these two teams. Not only do they not get meet in a regular season matchup, but when it's postseason, it's always a big matchup. The Garden, and in this case, Loring Rink or at the MIAA Center. No matter what it may be, it's always going to be bad blood between these two teams. Mosher trying to get something around the boards for Xaverian. Gozlak inside. Kokowia's pass picked off. Hamlin dancing into the zone. Trying to leave it off for Nick Burns. Xaverian comes back the other way. Jeslak trying to get it into the Pope zone as he does. Chips it past Mason Thayer. Xaverian got to get something going here. Crucial time ticking off this clock. Burns dodges a hip check to get it deep into the Xaverian zone. Hawks looking to come out with it, though. Mosher. Aerial pass up ice. Trying to find a stretch pass there. Far side was Morse. Morse again trying to dance in. Big reverse hit on Whit Zinger. Troy Hamlin going up ice. 1-on-1. Fires a shot. Downed by Bulking. Xaverian looking ahead up ice. Cut to the middle by Van Hoff. Van Hoff trying to fire a shot off. 6 minutes now remaining in regulation. 2-0 Pope Francis. They still lead. I mean, this has been a well-played game, certainly by both teams. But Pope Francis wanting it more here. Troy Hamlin sending it deep into the zone. Bulking, let's get it behind the net. Patch up ice. Xaverian trying to get something going. Here goes Patch. A potential break. Again, Nick Ritchie up with the blocker, as he has been stellar in net so far for Pope Francis. 5:37 left in the third. 2-0 Cardinals lead. It's Maddie Regan and Quinn Wadowitz with the difference makers as we approach the later half of the third period. Xaverian deep into the Pope zone. Patch trying to get something going up ice for Xaverian. Xaverian in crunch time now. They're going to need 2 big goals here with just about 5 minutes remaining in regulation. St. John's in Arlington at Clemson Forum. Arlington still with a 1-0 lead heading into the 5-minute marker of the third period at the Forum, looking to upset the number 2 Eagles. Troy Hamlin set to take the draw against Van Hoff at center ice. Official blows the faceoff dead. Xaverian streaking through center ice. Block shot there by Thayer as it was Glozak trying to fire a shot off. Goggins with a big step up deep into the zone. Glozak trying to fire a high side shot off. Send into the protective netting. But Goggins making a statement deep into the far, or rather close side corner. As Pope Francis with a 2-0 lead, 4:46, as we said, at Clemson Forum. 1-0 Spy Ponders lead over the Eagles. The 7th seed looking to upset the number 2 seed. I believe both the Frozen Four games will be set at UMass Lowell, and that'll more than likely be a Saturday or Sunday this weekend. Be an afternoon game. We will apologize first off this game for any technical difficulties, as well as any technical difficulties that we could have at UMass Lowell. I know that 2 years ago, 2023, the recording was delayed a little bit, about 30 minutes, as the official blows icing there with 4:24 left in the third period.
Right. And then in the opposite.
Zinger wins the drawback. Firing a short side shot was Liam Dolan. Bulking, scrambling to pick the puck up. Here goes Xaverian. 3-on-2 down the other ice. Johnson had the puck picked off by, I believe it was Joey Chincola. Patch up ice, trying to get the pass off for Morse. Chincola, stretch pass. Dolan picks the puck up, sends that shot soaring high over the net. Xaverian looking to get something going here. Maddie Regan. Joey Chincola, far side shot. Sent deep into the Xaverian zone. Time winding down. 3:45 left in the third period of regulation. Pope looking to go back to the Elite Eight. Xaverian waiting for to see if Bulking will head off for the extra attacker. Short side shot working his way inside out. Can't find a backhander. Was Morse as he had the net wide open but couldn't fire a backhander off. This shot sent all the way down on Bulking, who will have to play it. Bulking still looking at the Xaverian bench for when it's time to go to, for when he may be pulled. Xaverian looking to get the extra attacker on as they are still finding themselves down 2-0. Sewell, up ice, pass. Trying to find Bello. Bello in the far side corner. Mike McGrath, up ice, trying to chip it high off the boards, or rather the glass. Gentile, back along for McGrath. McGrath trying to get the pass deep in, as that is called offsides here. So with 2:49 left, this faceoff will come just outside the Xaverian O-zone, as Bulking still looking to the Xaverian bench on when he may get pulled or not. Pope up 2-0. Waterwood right now with the difference maker to put up Pope 1-0. And it would be Regan doubling down to give Pope Francis a 2-0 lead. As we have a timeout called here by Xaverian. Student section getting into it. As it's crunch time for Xaverian, 2-0 Pope Francis leads. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, the remaining 3 minutes of regulation. As Bulking all the way out to the blue line for Xaverian, as he looks to get off the ice with 2:40 left. Xaverian sticking a man high, as I believe it is Gozlak, centering feet out for Wolfgang Zinger. Regan trying to pick it up. Pope just trying to kill the rest of the clock. With 2:30 left, Mateo Kokoya trying to lay a body in. Wolfgang Zinger trying to get the puck out. With this Xaverian just looking to get it deep into the Pope zone to get goaltender Michael Bulking out. McGrath up ice for Xaverian. Michael Bulking heading off ice. Extra attacker on for Xaverian. Orslak trying to sky it high and out. Morse working it inside for the Hawks. Up to the top of the point for Patch. Patch fires a low shot. Rebound picked up. Xaverian trying to stuff the rebound home. It's around the back of the net. They find it. And with 1:47 left, it's Morse. Or rather, no, it's Cheslak. And Xaverian has found life with the extra attacker off. Xaverian finds the back of the net. Could we possibly have extra innings needed here with 1:47 left in regulation? Oh, nuts. Chincola, back half for Monroe. We have just received intel. St. John's has tied the game against Arlington with 17.4 left in regulation. So Arlington still looking for the upset, more than likely headed to extra innings, as we would say here on Pope Francis. But still in look of the upset, as Bulking all the way out to the top of the circle for Xaverian. Once again, 1:38 left in regulation. Xaverian looking to get the tying goal here Orszlak sends it deep into the zone for Patch, as this will go for ice. So off the ice goes Michael Bulking, as he's trying to fire up the Xaverian student section. So 6-man on for Xaverian. 1:33 left in regulation. Will Pope Francis hold out and move on to the Frozen Four? Or will it be Xaverian coming back, rising from the ashes like Phoenix, like they did against Central Catholic? Regan trying to get it out of the zone. Centering pass can't go. I believe it was for Morse. Puck sent all the way out to center ice. Patch picks it up now for Xaverian. 1:19 left in regulation. Patch looking to get it deep into the Xaverian zone as he's hit hard into the boards. Chincola trying to rim the puck around. Xaverian trying to lob a shot in on net. Patch again. Regan with the miscalculation. Puck sent deep into the zone. Bello says to get it for Von Half. McGrath trying to sky it out of the zone. Nothing would go for him. Monroe can't pick it up. Mike McGrath shoots for the empty net, and he seals the deal here at Loring Arena in Framingham, Mass, as he goes into the Pope student section with 51.1 on the clock. It's Mike McGrath, senior captain, what very well could seal the deal. There's a Xaverian student section already getting out of Loring Arena. Xaverian student section has given up all hope at this point as they look to say their last goodbyes here at Loring Arena in Framingham, Mass. With the ice, Regan for the empty net for the second one. Maddie Regan pushed out by the official trying to get to the Xaverian student section. But Maddie Regan, and it's 4-1 Pope Francis. His second goal of the game, 42.1 left in regulation. Xaverian going to be sent home. .1 on the clock. Xaverian is going to be sent home. So 4-1 the score, final 30 in regulation. This would be certainly a miracle if Xaverian can pull this off. Shot sent well wide of the net. Max Monroe deep into the zone. Xaverian trying to start everything. But here goes Regan and McGrath. 2-on-1. Mike McGrath, shot gobbled up by Bulking. Both goaltenders playing absolutely stellar in net so far. Nothing that they can complain at all. But ladies and gentlemen, tonight it was Pope Francis. They wanted it more from start to beginning, or rather from start to end. At 17.6 on the clock, Pope Francis, ladies and gentlemen, will set to take the winner of Archbishop Williams versus Catholic Memorial. Clock winding down here. 1-1 the score between St. John's Prep and Arlington. Heading up ice now. One last shot from Morris as Xaverian is sent home. Sad on the bus. Pope Francis, our final four bound at UMass Lowell. A wild end here. Officials trying to separate the Cardinals from their own student section, climbing onto the glass. But the final score from Loring Ice Arena, 4-1, we'll give you the Cardinal postgame right now. Wadowitz started it off, and it was the goal that started everything late in the second period, getting it past Michael Bunting, or rather Michael Birking. Second goal would come from Maddie Regan, a laser of a shot from the hash marks. Xaverian sent home. Regan with the game-winning goal, and then it would be an empty netter from Mike McGrath and another one from Maddie Regan for his second goal of the game. So Pope would seal the deal as they are frozen for bound for UMass Lowell. More than likely, this game will take place Saturday or Sunday. We are unsure of the opponent yet. It'll either be Archbishop Williams or it'll be a long-time rivalry match between them and the Catholic Memorial Knights. As we are just about wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen, number one still on top for Pope Francis. 4-1, the final score from Loring Arena in Framingham, Mass. When we come back, ladies, and it could be Saturday or Sunday, live from UMass Lowell, student section, still wild on their feet here.